Do you want to know the best way to make a bunch of candy in the brand new Halloween update? Well, I got the video just for you. Today, I'm going to tell you guys all the best tips on how to make the most amount of candy possible. So this way you guys can get all the brand new stuff in the update. So if you haven't already played the update, there is a brand new Halloween event area. And if you head over to this little stand over here, there's a mystery case which you can use the candies to get this Halloween case. It costs 1,500 candies, and you have a chance at getting these skins. There's a few different weapons, as well as some armor pieces, and they actually look pretty cool. So that's the first thing you can buy with these Halloween candies. There's also the Halloween pass, where if you get these candies, you can actually have a chance at getting some gems, a exclusive armor set, a really cool looking weapon, and another really cool looking weapon. So that's something else you can do with the candies. And if we head back inside, the main thing is the event shop. There's these golden wings, which if we look closely at this, it says it gives a 10% XP multiplier boost, which is really good. So you definitely want to try to get to 10,000 candies. You can also have a chance at buying different elements as well. There's some consumables. This one gives 50 gold. This is lightning. You can also get lightning. You can summon an extra boss. And then the main thing is the phantom element for 25,000. Now that is a very huge price. Okay, 25,000 candy to actually get the phantom element. You can summon this element, but you know, if you buy it this way, it's, you know, a 100% chance. Obviously I got mine from a summon, but let's get into the tips on how you guys can get a bunch of candy. This way you can go ahead and get yourselves all those really cool. So the very first tip I have for you guys is the easiest tip, and that's if you press play and go to the Halloween dungeon and you create yourself a dungeon on the brand new abandoned castle, you guys will see that you can get a 1,500 currency, a cape, a fearless title, and some gems. So now the thing I'll tell you guys is you actually only get the 1,500 candy the very first time you complete this dungeon, and then after that you get 50 candy for each time you complete this dungeon. Now on average this dungeon does take around 20 minutes if you solo it, which is a pretty long time, but if you're doing it for the first time, you literally get 1,500 candy. And that is a lot, okay? That will give you a huge boost into getting your candy so that you can get all those prizes. But if you just want to go ahead, grind with friends, and just keep going through this, you'll get 50 candy each time. If you do that a few times, you'll be making hundreds of candy pretty fast. Now let's get into... Okay, so tip number 2 is if we look at the bottom of the Halloween event shop, it'll say 5 out of 50 candy from NPCs this hour. So you can do this every single hour, and every single hour you can get 50 more candy for free. So how you do this, I'm not going to show you guys every single way to do this, but if you head through and you go to every single NPC, as you guys can see, you just have to talk to them and you'll earn 5 candy for every one. Now you're going to want to go to every NPC on the map and just speak to them, and for every single one you talk to, you get an extra 5 candy. Now if you want to just, you know, take the easiest way, you can just go ahead and talk to all the basic ones. I guess that guy doesn't work. It needs to be like the actual NPCs. But yeah, you guys can see if you just do those 3, that's already 15. But if you want to walk around, talk to the rest of them, you could talk to this one. That'll be 20 right there. So I just got 20 more candy for free. Another one you can do is the frog that's up there. I'll actually head up there real quick just to get that one. And it's pretty easy to get up there. Just do what I did. If you have double jump, it's pretty easy to get up to. If I can get up there. There we go. And then talk to the frog. The frog will also give another 5 candy. So there we go. I just earned 25 candy just for talking to NPCs. And as you can see, we're at 30 out of 50. And in another 13 minutes, I'll be able to do that all again for another 30 to 50 candy. Now let's get into... Okay, so the third and final tip is the most easiest tip that you can do, well, depending on the quest that you get. But if we head into quests, you guys can see that there's a bunch of different categories here. So we have the special, the weekly, the Halloween, and the daily. And every single one of these quests will give you gems and a certain amount of candy. So as you can see, we get a total of 200 candy just for doing these quests. We get 25 from all 4 of these, which is 100, and then the other 100 for completing those, and that's already 200 candy. And usually these quests are pretty simple. Clear 5 dungeons with a friend, clear 10 dungeons. You could go ahead and do the infinite. I don't know what your guys' quests are, but they are usually pretty easy. So that's 200 right there. Then if you go ahead and head inside of here, and these, again, are pretty simple. So if I complete these 2 quests, I get another 200 candy, plus the 400 just for completing all these quests. And they're actually pretty simple, the last 2. So I just need to kill 300 enemies in Abandoned Castle with an element. So all I have to do is run through a few of the Abandoned Castles. And at the same time, you're also getting the 50 candy just for completing that, along with doing the quest. And then I have to kill another 225. So at the same time I'm doing this quest, I can also complete this quest, and you make a ton of candy from that. There's also weekly ones, which I already did complete, and then of course the special ones, which I can get another 50 candy for. So those are all my tips for you guys to make as much candy as possible. This way you guys can get, caught up in this update and start getting yourselves the mystery cases, get some of those cool skins, get some of those cool cosmetics, and this way you guys can get those wings so that you get that extra XP boost. Or if you just want to go ahead and buy some spells, if you're new to the game, want to get lightning, right there. If you want to get the phantom element. But yeah, that's all my tips. I hope this helped you guys out so much. And let me know in the comments if this does help you. And I will see you guys in my next